Hello and welcome to episode 61 of the Civ 6 Forever War. I forgot what game I was playing for a second. Very silly of me. Well, anyway, don't worry about the money. We are between policies, and that always happens. But what we do have to worry about is the fact that the city not only flipped, but it has walls suddenly. And we have enemy units also here, so, yeah, there are things to worry about, but I think we're, moving ahead. We have battleships coming out. We have one here. We're going to have one here in a turn. So, I think we're, going to be in a better position for some naval assaults. On the other hand, our money still is poor, and we're going to be needing to get a lot of it. So what I thought we'd start out by doing is, well, there's two ways of getting more units. We can buy/upgrade them, or we can purchase with faith. Now, we don't really have that much faith. So I was thinking we could commission some new holy sites. And I was thinking at least 3, and I want them to be in cities that, well, number one, that they can make new districts, and number 2, have an adequate holy site available. For instance, Hill Valley has a couple +2s, but I can't buy that tile right now, so that one, I don't want to use up that really good tile, so in Hill Valley we might put it here. We might get that tile to Jack Dion, though I don't know, haven't decided. Or we could put it here. That tile is a pretty good option. Alright, but let's not get too stuck. We're building a sack exchange, very good. We could potentially change our build out, but there's no good holy sites there. Now, Nicomedia, on the other hand, I'm thinking we might as well put one up there, right? It'll be done after the dam. Ooh, yeah, a lot of our cities are very well planned. Oh yeah, Cathedral, we need that, but Venetian Arsenal has to take priority. Yeah, a lot of our cities are very maxed out on districts. This one, though, that is a +4. Now, do we want to sacrifice the +4 campus for that? Well, we got a +4 up here, too. So what I'm thinking is if we put down attack to remind ourselves to get a +4 up here, we can change that to holy site. Yeah, that's what we need. A holy site down here. Very strong. Okay, who else wants to build a holy site? Might you want to? Not really. Alright, forget that city. This city could be a dark horse choice. Well, we're already building a whole bunch of other crap there. So, maybe not. Bologna, no. And now we're back to the capital. So, even though I don't think we have an amazing holy site here, the fact that we can get one kind of quick, it replaces a dumpy tile, and we can get good buildings there, I think it's still worth it. So we'll go for the holy site there. Alright. And I think we are pretty much doing what we can with the money districts. Panama Canal would be cute, but I really don't see the point. We do need a neighborhood there for the population, though. So let's stick it up here in the Arctic. Why not? A chilly neighborhood. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to give that up. I don't want to give up our wildcard policy. We'll slap in colonial taxes, even though it doesn't do all that much for us. Yeah, I'd sure like to put in this. At some point, this and that get combined. At that point, it will be too good to pass up. But we need everything that we have right now to give ourselves the most maximum help. Alright, what did I have you up here doing? Oh, you were going to go here and put a mine here. That's right. We are also taking a look at what's going on up here. Some mirror match, as they used to call it in the StarCrafts. All right, so we'll send him to the government plaza, right? Because that has the most districts around it. Actually, does it? Commercial hub, industrial zone. No, actually, no. We'll stick him in the city center. All right, that will improve our stuff. Once again, let's fire on Bozo McBozo Pants over here. We're chipping away at that. And we have artillery corps coming down. And not a moment too soon. Yeah, I'd like to upgrade this guy, but it would cost 250 gold, so I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Anyway, here's our vampire. We might as well send him up to run interference. I don't really fear this guy. Or was that our... That was our female vampire, wasn't it? Come on, let me see him. No, it wasn't. We did have a female vampire, but I don't know where she is. Unless it reloads the vampire skin every single time. Well, this vampire you can't even see. It's hiding inside the wonder. It's very funny. Anyway, let's focus in on, well, down here, because we already started down here. We need this guy upgraded. But we also need this guy upgraded. We'll go for the ironclad, just because we can only focus on certain areas at once, and I think this area is due for a big push. So we are making 90 gold a turn, which is not nothing, but it's far from what we need. Yeah, that vampire's a dude. Okay, I probably should stop caring so much about that. So, over here, it's kind of rough. It can actually be a lot better once the, once we have upgrades, but yeah, the upgrades are going to take a while. We've got a tank. And we've got a traffic jam too. We'll start getting the tank down there because I think that will be very strong. Vampire. You can't really get closer. Wait, that's not a vampire. Where are we? Oh, we're on the Bombard Corps. Can attack after moving. Very strong for a siege unit. This guy... I could kill him, but I can't discount the fact that there might be something hiding. So I'm going to have to go for the power. There we go. And what did I say? One more. I guess we're going with this one here. Oh, and I was saving up money for this, wasn't I? Well, you're just going to have to wait. So much money is needed. And you're rounding the bend to start this fight. By the way, I wanted to settle these last two cities, but I didn't want to waste any time with that. So, we're going to give 2 settlers. We need builders for both of the cities. But we can also use a builder for ourselves and the other city. So we're going to put a 3rd builder here. Like that. But I also want a university. So we're going to schedule that. The idea of all this is just so that we don't have to think about the city ever again. And in addition to all that, well, that's fine. Just stick with that. Okay, so that island is pretty much on its own for a bit. Let's take a peek around. Oh, we have the opportunity to attack a land unit in the water. Cardiff can be bombarded from the sea, but it has high defense. So I don't know. Okay. This turn has lasted a very long time. Sometimes turns do. What can you say? Vampire is yawning at these attacks. Although I do have to keep pillaging to keep the mojo alive. Wait a minute. None of these guys ever attacked. Ooh, that was a boo-boo on my part. Oh, geez, what's going on here? That is... Oh no. There's a lot going on. Sound the sirens. Hear that? They're sounding the sirens because there's a lot going on. This dam can't be built fast enough. I won the city-state emergency. Ha ha. Okay, anyway. A lot going wrong. But I refuse to feel fatalistic about it. We're going to go ahead and injure some blokes. If we go here, we'll get shot at by Istanbul, which is very tough, but this is a vampire. Alright, provide some injury. We'll eventually have to start shooting at the city, but for now, we're just focusing on units. Yeah, even you. However, we are bearing down more forces over here. Do I want to bring this guy out? Well, I do, because we'll retake the city, then we can upgrade him here. That's fine. Alright, tank is making his way down. You're going to have to shine yourself over. Alright. Yeah, we have a lot of these bombard cores. We need so much money to upgrade them. 310 for each of them. Which, that money is not going to come anytime quickly. We must pillage. Like, if we see the opportunity to pillage, we have to take it. In fact, that's probably what I should have this guy doing. Just going around pillaging. Yeah. You can probably one-shot him. He looks like a cupcake. And then we're going to see what we can do about pillaging down here, if we can. Alright, so we are going to be able to form a battleship fleet. Very strong. And we are indeed moving forward. So let's bring him here. Yeah, we have way more units. We don't need to build any units right now. We just need to upgrade the ones we have. That is our primary concern. Oh, look, I can upgrade this guy again. Oh my god. Exercise zone of control. Why not? All from shooting at this district. It's very funny. Oh yeah, this guy was going to go and do these 4, I think. Or was he? Yeah, he was, because this guy is going to do these 3. So, get yourself over there. Have a jolly time. That general was medieval and Renaissance, so he's still relevant. Alright. If it was purely a mirror matchup, we possibly could have taken him, but no. With that guy there, it's going to be taking us some more serious stuff. Man, this is quite the rough thing. So, what we need to do is, I know you're all busy, and I know they're only going to have like 3 builds each, because we can't fit the palace in there, but both of you are going to have to slot in a builder to do some repair work. Alright? You understand, right? You understand. Alright, this guy, just heal. He can't do much. And once again, just wait. Oh, the painfulness. The painfulness of the slow money. Alright, now we can explode him. Alright, I think he's repaired long enough that we can send him here to squat, so that we can repair that district. He's got cover fire now. But anyway, we have indeed reached the end of the episode, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.